Hey you guys, this is Dr. Sloan with the Gymnast Fix, and today I want to clue you in on a very simple test you can do to tell if your gymnast has adequate ankle flexibility, especially or specifically in a range of motion that we call ankle dorsiflexion. So ankle dorsiflexion is our ability to bring the toes towards the shin, or I guess you could think of it as your knee over your toes. Now in gymnastics, this doesn't seem like that important of a range of motion, but it certainly is. We spend so much time pointed that we forget how flexed feet are crucial for how we perform and the safety of our performance. Think of as we lunge into a tumbling pass, a round off front handspring, what have you, or your Chenko, we need that knee to surpass the toes to get into a deep lunge. Or if we're going into an aerial or a front aerial, we need the ability to translate the knee over the toes like that. So this range of motion, that angle, is ankle dorsiflexion. So a very simple way that you can test this with your gymnast is you just stand them up, put heel in front of toe, ask them to bend their knees straight, and you see if you dropped a plumb line from their kneecap down, would it pass in front of what's called your medial malleolus? This is that ankle bone, the one that sticks out right here. So would that knee pass in front? And oftentimes you'll find someone that can't quite get there. And that's going to be your gymnast that has a hard time with short landings. So say I do a double back and I land a little short and sting my ankles, right? That's their inability to have dorsiflexion at the ankle. Now you can manage this. Here's 2 simple drills I can give you to help increase the ability to have that range of motion. Very simply, calf foam rolling. So your calf back here can become tense and can inhibit your ability to bring that forefoot up towards your shin. So we all know ways to stretch the calf, but are we using something as simple as a foam roller to aid in flexibility? Foam rolling is not rocket science, but there's a few keys to the calf that I like to throw in there. And you can use a foam roller of all shapes and sizes. This is my favorite, but I know some girls have the rumble rollers or some even use PVC pipes. But I want you to make sure that you have one that's dense enough. Some of the lighter color ones, like the white or the light blue or the pink, they're too smushy. So they're not firm enough to actually get into the calf. Okay, so to the calf. Like every muscle, the calf is 3-dimensional. So you're gonna wanna roll the inside, the back, and the side. So I just support myself here, and I roll the inside, the back, and the side. And I'll just sweep through. Takes a little coordination at first. And I'm actively pushing my leg down so that I can get a nice roll through there. Now I'll find a spot like right there that's kind of tender, so I'll put my body weight there. I might even cross over, put my other leg on top, and I'll just roll. So I'm smashing my leg down, not to the point that it's bringing tears to my eyes. This isn't painful, this feels really good. Now I'll kind of flush through. Spend about 30 seconds on each leg for that. So that's calf foam rolling. Now the next one is what I call a supine squat. So in a squat, standing squat, we also need ankle dorsiflexion, but standing with gravity, we can all use a lot of compensators to help us get into that position, but lying flat on the ground, you cannot. So you're gonna use a wall, or here I've got a block. You're gonna scoot your booty up as close to that wall or that block as you can, and then bring your feet down. And you have to keep your back flush to the ground. So I'm trying to get my heels as close to the ground as possible without them peeking up off the block. Can you see that space there? So now I'm gonna drive my heels in and I'm gonna hang out here. Now we can add in our supine belly breathing here. So I'm gonna put my hands low on my belly and I'm gonna breathe low. Just like that. And when we control the breath and when we're using our diaphragm for breathing, it allows us to open up our body to new ranges of motion. Think if you're stretching a gymnast and they're holding their breath and they're just not breathing because it's so intense, they're not allowing themselves to enter that new range. Your body feels threatened. When it feels threatened, it will never gift you with new range of motion. So you don't want to threaten your system. You want it nice and relaxed. You want to breathe low. And this whole time my shins are on fire because I'm working on this new range of motion right here, and I'm not letting the heels peek up. So those are 2 very simple ways that you can work on increasing ankle dorsiflexion. If you want to catch more of this, check us out at gymnastfix.com.